Some might even say it's a shocking pain, and it's usually caused by hot, cold drinks. It definitely affects the quality of life. The treatment for tooth sensitivity can be very simple. Brushing with Sensodyne twice daily will give you long-lasting protection from tooth sensitivity. Sensodyne works inside the tooth and it soothes the nerve, and then the patient will have a relief of their pain. Sensodyne can be used every day. You don't have to use another toothpaste. For me to have a toothpaste that solves that problem so simply is what I like about Sensodyne.
Welcome back. Well, yes, indeed, we're still talking corruption. How do we, I mean, we've looked at the law now in terms of what the law can do, its role. But of course, I think we'll still focus on a little bit of the law as well. With this segment, Benjamin Shamala joins us now. He's a consultant systems engineer. Thank you for coming on today.
Thank you very much.
Well, I mean, if you remember the police matter, it was someone who did that recording and then, of course, sent it, and it was broadcast. And the chap had been dismissed, and they also say that the Police Act, which is enshrined or subsumed in the Constitution, also gives the police right to dismiss him, pending when the court eventually gives their own verdict. And then you also have this video, which made the rounds at the time, about Farouk Lawan. That matter is in court at the moment. We don't know how far it's gone. And then it all keeps going back and forth. But now we hear that in some places, if you go to an office, they tell you to drop your bag and your phones. Don't come in with them so you don't cause us any embarrassment in some of these ministries. But technology still comes in here. Ms. Akari was talking about, we may have our spring soon, you never know. But all of those, technology plays a great role. What do you see going on in technology at the moment?
A lovely scenario we have now in Nigeria. But I wouldn't want us to look at technology as a magical tool. Rather, it is a functional tool that could be used whichever which way you choose to use it. You know, I was just pondering this morning, remembering those days where when you have glitches in your account, you burn down the building. You can remember how many times we had net building, Cocoa House, all of them in flames, and you later hear that it's as a result of fraud here and there. These days, you know, because technology now have taken over our accounting system, you may not necessarily have to burn down a building. And I remember right in this channel, we mentioned sometimes, I think 2 years ago, was it 2 or 3 now, when we're preparing for the election, and we're talking about the role of technology in the forthcoming then election. It's a good scenario, but from practical experiences that I have personally had in Nigeria, you just mentioned the quick one. I was in one of the government agencies, I think around April or May, and I was shocked when I was asked to pull out all my phones, and there was like a body search. Should you even have a pen with you that has a camera, or should you have anything of some sort? I was like, look, it's just an agency. What are you afraid of? If you need to scan me for bombs or explosive devices, you don't need to go to the extent of asking me to bring out my phones and my iPad and every other thing. I want to say that fighting corruption using technology is not just about the citizenry going all about taking shots of events and or reporting via the BlackBerry or going on the social media. But it's
taking
about
a video.
the video that could work sometimes. We mentioned, I've seen you done a number of series on the lady that was harassed by a naval officer years back, about 5 or so years, and there was a video shot by just a passerby, and that sent it to the media, and that was what really helped. I don't know the longer shot of the case now, but I'm saying that it's not about yourself or myself just going out to take a video shot. Where will you send this? Question one. If it is sent to the appropriate channel, I don't want to know.
Like Eyewitness channels.
Eyewitness channel. Yes, you guys are doing, beautiful job on
That's
that.
our social media.
On your social media as well. But sometimes I ask myself a question: who is actually monitoring the watchmen? The watchmen in this country, the agencies, the policemen, the EFCC agents. Because corruption, like International Transparency Agency define it, is when you use that entrusted power for private gain. And I tell you that the people that even have the privilege of carrying out or enforcing or apprehending the culprits, are we monitoring them? Because if I go on the highway now, lovely, I know the other video you're referring to came from the airport, and I'm just a visitor in the country. That the guy that recorded is actually a Nigerian from the intonation I heard, and then I'm able to send that down to you. Thanks for channel. You are able to verify and then broadcast. But I'm looking at a situation like some other African countries are currently doing it. Zimbabwe is working well on that. I'm aware of Malawi now.
Zimbabwe,
you will be shocked where Mugabe is. You'll be very shocked that they currently have a database where when you take a shot of any corrupt event, you send it in. There is an agency that works with the information you send. They will verify and they will notify and keep on pressing, because this thing should be a coordinated thing.
An agency of government?
The agency, from what I read, they also have, it's like an affiliate of the Transparency International.
Oh, I see.
You now say, no, it can't be the agency of government. It's going to no, but they are able to now get legal backing on such documents and send it to the appropriate corner. But in Nigeria, I'm aware of an agency trying to do something of some sort, anti-corruption, internet database, that's still trying to do something. But we don't currently have a platform, which is where I'm also appealing to my colleagues, to developers, to people that are technologically savvy in this field, to come up as a group. Because the problem we have in Nigeria is not the knowledge. We are very vast. And I can tell you that a number of these technologies also were behind them. But coming together as a group to fight it head on. I was reviewing recently, and I look at the level of fraud we had before technology was brought into the public place. If you compare them, you discover that you have more in volume compared to the days where it was Excel sheet that was used for payroll. But who are the people behind? Nigerians. So it's not just about using a tool. It's about that tool and the user of the tool, if you are not corrupt. You mentioned Farouk Lawan and what's it called now? Governors Forum video. You have a number of amateur videos going on here and there. And I'm not aware that these are tenable now in courts. I'm not aware that, of course, I know that there was this constitutional review that was done recently. There's still one of the bills awaiting the the House to pass, where you can actually tender some of these electronic evidences.
Yeah, we'll double check, but I think there was one particular incident, I think some time ago, where the EFCC had this documented evidence of financial records, which was technology-based.
Okay.
So there was this argument whether or not it was tenable. But
we know that there is some work being done there, because also in the trial of Al-Mustafa in court, there was a video evidence presented in court and it was accepted. So we know that even in the judiciary, some work is being done in that respect.
It's a step in the right direction. I would love a situation whereby it wouldn't just be isolated cases we are looking at. I would love a situation where public officers, because if I walk into a place, for example, I want to get a passport, and the immigration officer is asking me for a bribe, I could just have the video recording of that particular scene and sent somewhere. I was very happy to see